everyone. Welcome to my Sunday Live with Jen's Creative Stampers. I am Jen with Jen's Creative Stampers, coming to you live every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern from Indian Trail, North Carolina. Huge shout out to all of you. I have been gone for several weeks and I'm so happy to be back with you. So if you're joining me live or on the replay, let me know in the comments. Let me know, say hello. I'll see your name pop up if you're live. If you see the little live button in the, I guess it's on that corner, right? So if you see the live button, you're live with me and we're gonna craft together. We're gonna make some really, really cute projects. And if you're joining me on the replay, do hashtag replay and let me know you're here and that you viewed my video. I would love your support. Would love for you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notification on YouTube. It just helps to get the word out. It helps me to reach more people. And I'm really trying to grow my YouTube channel. So any help that you can do, I would appreciate it. So it looks like Lynn may be joining us. And if you are joining on YouTube, say hello. I've been at the Stampin' Up incentive trip. I was there for almost an entire week. It was incredible. It was amazing. So much fun. I took one of my team members. We drew names out of a hat and Cassie's name was drawn. So we went together. It was unbelievably hot. It was so much fun. It was not a relaxing vacation. Especially with it being 100 degrees. I mean, the temperature was between 93 and 98. And then with the heat index, it was literally over 100. But we, like I said, we had an amazing time. I thought it would be fun to kind of show you some of the gifts that Stampin' Up gave me. And just tell you, this is the most amazing company. I started with Stampin' Up as a hobby. As you know, I always say it balances my crazy, and it really does. Like, I have a full-time job, I have a full-time, mom job with my son, trying to get him all situated with his work and all of that with special needs. It is not an easy road. However, it is so worth it. Like, Stampin' Up is amazing. They support me through what I do. And when I tell you guys, when I host events and that, I give you so much. I do so much for you because I believe in the product. I want you to have the product in your hands. And together we create beautiful projects. But most of all, hey Debbie, good to see you. Most of all, we connect, right? This is about the connection. This isn't really anything other than that. And it's just about sharing with each other and really relationships and creating those bonds with each other, whether you're close, near, far, whatever, able to come in person, virtual, it doesn't matter. Like, it's about the connection and the experience. And I want to give you that experience, whether you're in person or virtual. So everything I do, I offer it as a virtual as well, if you didn't already know. But right now, until the end of the month, we only have 6 more days. Stampin' Up is offering the very best incentive they've ever offered that I've ever known since about 2003, 2004. So this is for $99. You can also get in and support your own crafting hobby by getting it all 20% off, and even as high as 25% off. Besides, if you decide to do something more with it later, like I did, you get bonuses, you get sales bonuses, you get all kinds of rewards from Stampin' Up. So that is available to you. I would love for you to join my team. You get all the rewards of my team as well as my team lead and all of the training for free. It's amazing and huge community, right? So many friends across the country. That's what I love. That's what I really, that keeps me coming back. You guys keep me coming back. And so thank you. I appreciate all your support. So before we get started, I thought it would be fun to kind of show you what Stampin' Up gifted me. Every single day they had a hospitality room all set up for us, and there were a lot of leaders that were in that hospitality room, and they were there to greet us. They gave us all kinds of treats all week. We had like these cutest little like Mickey ice creams and amazing drinks and things that we could just go and take a break and just go in and chat with some of the leaders, which was amazing. And then we got to spin the wheel. Spin the wheel means free Stampin' Up! Product. Fun gifts, right? So we all love that. So you made sure every day you would at least stop by the hospitality room one time and pick up your, do your spin the wheel. So, hey Robert, good to see you. So let me go ahead and show you guys. I'm going to point you down before we get started and show you what we have here. Hopefully, yep, we got audio, we're good. This was the first day, so it was a day of gifts. I can't even remember what the other gifts were that you could choose, but I landed on the Orlando ticket, and that allowed me to choose anything that I wanted. And so I got this really awesome water bottle, which was really super handy with the lid and then the little, I can't remember what this thing is called, the little lock. So it just hung on our backpack. It was really easy. And let me tell you, so I've never experienced like drinking like 10 of these in a day and never having to go to the bathroom. I'm telling you, like everything that we drank for water, our body used up because it was all coming out in perspiration, and that it was so hot. So anyway, this was my first gift from Stampin' Up. That was the first day. And also too, let me show you this. When we first got there, they actually, we got to do, you know, grab a bunch of drinks and stuff and treats and whatever they had made specially for us. And Carabiner Club, yay! Thank you, Cassie. And so when we showed up, they had these this room set up for us that had all kinds of t-shirts, and it was an Orlando t-shirt. It's in a lot of my pictures, but we got our name. He pressed on the back of it, and so then they took us over and they said, you can do this cute little Mickey ears. And so Cassie and I did, and they had all kinds of really cute little bows, and I got a little unicorn. Isn't he cute? So glittery and so fun. So we made one for each one of us, and I forgot to bring that out until just now. But that was really fun. That was our kind of welcome kind of activity, right? So you can make your own Mickey ears to wear for the week. I think this was my first spin the wheel where I actually got Stampin' Up! Product. So this is a brand new suite that's coming out. I took pictures of the full suite. It is gorgeous. It is the distinctive stamps. It's a two-step stamp. But the sentiments are beautiful. This is coming out, I believe, in July. It'll be, I think, available to demonstrators to pre-order in June, if I'm not mistaken. Cassie, you can tell me if I'm wrong. But it is a photopolymer, and again, it's really, really pretty. The paper's gorgeous. There's all kinds of beautiful, there's like a glitter ribbon and some really pretty, they're the low profile dots, which go with this, and like greens and yellows, and just real pretty. So that was my first gift. And then the next day I got Orlando again. So I got to choose what I wanted, and I chose these amazing dies. Look at these. If this gives you any indication what's coming for the holiday mini, it is going to be awesome. These are called Autumn Trees dies. And you can cut this tree out, and then you've also got the detail of the tree on the inside, and then this gorgeous backdrop here. Isn't that so pretty? I think that one is in the mini pre-order, but I can't remember. Oh, is it? Okay, for September? I don't know, maybe. They showed us a bunch of different things, and so anyway, it was an amazing time. And, you know, they also shared with us leaders about the financial history or the financial kind of outlook of our company. And Stampin' Up! Is 100% cash. Like, they are doing amazing. We want to make sure that they continue to do amazing and support them. And I stand behind them 100%. They stand behind us demonstrators. They let us know that they have absolutely no intention of not keeping us in the forefront of the business, that we are the heartbeat of Stampin' Up. So if you've ever wondered, well, golly, all these other companies are going out, not Stampin' Up. We're sticking around. So we're going to make sure that happens too. So, but this is called Autumn Tree Dies, and I just thought those were gorgeous. And then I got these. I've not even opened them. Let's see, where's my scissors? These are coming out in the Holiday Mini. I landed on these that day. I'm going to spin the wheel. You could also get, there's some beautiful gold ephemera words for Christmas coming out. And then really pretty, it's 6x6 Christmas designer series paper that's coming out with this, and it all goes together. But you can see the gold in here is really pretty. So you've got the garden green, and you've got crumb cake, and just going to be really great foundational pieces for our holiday cards and projects. So again, you could split these up and make, you know, how many's in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 8. You could actually do 16 of those, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 10. So you could actually do, yeah. You can make 20 different cards with that. So super pretty. That is coming out. Let me see the formal name of this. Christmas Greetings Mix and Match Specialty Cards and Envelopes. So there's 10 of each. So you could make 20 card fronts, which is super fun. Then we went the general session where they were talking about all of the financial health and just talking to us. Oh, by the way, the next incentive trip, if you're a demonstrator, 2027 is Costa Rica, if you haven't already heard. But it's at an all-inclusive West End resort. And it's going to be amazing. I'll be there, promise. And can't wait to take some of my team, my husband and my son. We're going to have a blast. It's all inclusive. So, they gave us this. They actually demonstrated this scrapbook kit. And it's coming out in June, I believe. This is actually called the Make a Memory Scrapbook Kit. Again, I snapped some photos. If you were following me, if you didn't, go back and take a peek. But you can see some of these designs of the pages here. And it lays everything out for you. And then on this side, whoops, it's upside down, sorry. This. So these are really pretty. But real springy, real fun. And it's got like ephemera in it. I'm going to take it out for you and show you. You've got these really cool cards that you can... these really cool cards that you can use in your layouts. They can be backs to your photo mats. And they're even like kind of blended. You may not be able to see it, but there's like a light yellow here, like a lemon lolly. These are one-sided. Comes with some sticky dots. Ooh, look at those. Aren't those so pretty? Love it. So some real pretty flowers. I know everybody loves florals, right? And this is, that's fun to journal on. I love that. Petal pink in there as well. But they gifted this to us. I know Kathy Fayok said, wait, what's in there? What'd you win? So this is what I won. And everybody got one. All the demonstrators. Let me see here. And then here's the paper. So I guess it can go either way, but super thick pages. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And then some cutouts, some tags, and some labels. There's some more. Ooh, I love that. Fun and funky at the same time. There's another cutout sheet. And speaking of, Stampin' Up! Has just released their very first scrapbooking virtual event. It will come pre-cut to you. It's available to customers and to demonstrators. Look at that. Those are all die cuts. Super fun, right? Look at the lemons, the typewriter, the bike, and the camera. I love all the florals too. Ooh, look at that. So fun, right? So you've got all these titles on your pages. And these are all stickers, cardboard stickers. There's 1, 2, here's cardboard stickers, 3, and 4. So you got all of those. That's in other languages there too. You also get the tear tape here, which you see. But the Stampin' Up, since they took over all of the from all the makers from close to my heart, we are starting to do what they used to do, and that is do the virtual scrapbook days. It's a 3-day event. You're not going to want to miss it. It's pretty amazing. Some people have said, oh gosh, it's kind of expensive. Well, what you're actually getting, let me bring you back up here. What you're actually getting, it is $250, but you're getting 12 double page layouts. Did you know that? So January through December, and it's going to be kind of generic, so you can add to whatever the pages are that you need to scrapbook for your events, for your, your memory keeping. And, oh, you're okay, Cassie, you're funny. But it's going to be amazing. So it's 12 double page layouts. So it's 24 pages. All the elements are already cut for you, and it's all recorded. It's for customers and demonstrators, and there's a lot of product, a ton of product. So it's something that you can come back to time after time. You can put the bones together of your pages during the virtual event, and then as the months go, you can add your pictures and that to your pages, which is super awesome. And I'm learning that's really the way to scrapbook, right? So you get your pages ready, and then you go ahead and put your pictures in as you go. So that's available to you. I'm going to put that link also in, well, actually, it's not even available. It doesn't come available until May 28th. So in 3 days, it's going to be on my website where you can actually go and order. The Shop Now link is in the description on Facebook and YouTube, so don't miss it. It's only first come, first serve. It's just a certain limited number of kits they have available. So that is fun. So going on, let me show you what else we got here. Back to my hands. So that was this awesome scrapbook kit. And then on the last day, Stampin' Up actually, they rented Animal Kingdom in the Pandora world of Animal Kingdom. Everybody was gone. It was pitch black, and the entire Animal Kingdom was all lit up in these absolutely gorgeous, glowing, colorful, whatever they were. I don't even know what it was. But we ended up going in, and they bussed us there on these really nice charter buses. I don't know, probably 25, 30 charter buses. And then we all walked in together, and we walked down to the Pandora's boat ride. I can't remember what that was called, but it was more of just absolute luminescence at night. It was gorgeous. A very gentle, easy kind of ride. And then we were able to go and ride Avatar, which was a brand new ride in Animal Kingdom. And it's all virtual. It was so stinking incredible. Cassie even rode it with me. She was screaming the whole time, Jen, what did you get me into? Jen, oh my gosh. And it was so fun. It was amazing. You just got off, you went back, got in line. There was no line. And you just walked through, and you got and rode again. So as many times as you wanted. And then when you finally got done with that, they had music for us, all kinds of desserts under this beautiful canopy, all lit up at night. It was just fabulous. And then they took us back. We had these really fun little arm, what were those called? They were like a purple kind of glow. It said Stampin' Up on it. Really fun. So that we could see everybody in the dark. It was really cool. And then we got back to our room, and then they had this for us waiting. And this was a little note. It says, hope you had a magical incentive trip. Enjoy this exclusive designer series paper and use it to keep these special memories close. Please note that this paper is not available for purchase. So this is an exclusive only. And everything they did was had these little cute rose gold little clips. And then this is a strawberry slush ribbon. So this is all Mary Poppins themed. Our rooms were incredible. We stayed at the Grand Floridian. And it is the nicest of the nice hotels and resorts. I'm telling you, it was just fabulous. Matter of fact, my family and I are going back in 2 weeks, next weekend when he gets out of school. And I looked to stay there, and it was $800 a night. So Stampin' Up does not skimp, y'all. It's really, they really treat us with the best of the best. But isn't this absolutely amazing? So awesome, this paper. And so let me go through here. Some of the pages are like the little teacups and spoons. Oh, I love this page. Oh, isn't it so fun? We actually had a really fun encounter with Mary Poppins, Judy Tuttle, Monica Ghiberti, and I. Look at this. This is so great. We were at Hollywood Studios. We ended up doing Hollywood Studios and Disney World, but we did Hollywood Studios at night. It was really fun. And we had a really fun encounter with her. She was cracking us up. Isn't that fun? This is upside down. This is like teacups, and it has the M's all over it for Mary Poppins. Isn't that fun? I'm going to cherish this. I cannot wait. Look at the little yellow and the flowers. And our rooms had all been redone. It just reopened. The resort had. And it was just such a subtle Mary Poppins flair. I love that. They actually gave us a door hanger as well. This was my door hanger, and it matches this paper. Isn't that so fun? So that was one night. That was actually the first night that we got there, and they had delivered this massive Stampin' Up box of treats and goodies and things. Here's the back. It's umbrellas, open and closed umbrellas. Can you see it? It's really pretty. But they had asked us ahead of time, what are your favorite snacks and drinks? And so literally, I can't even tell you how much they spent on this, on all of our snacks for the week. But we were able to pull from our snack box before we would go out each day with drinks and snacks and everything, and not have to go buy that. And so they just catered to us. I'm telling you, left, right, and center. It was amazing. So that's what I got. Hey, Sharon, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So let me go ahead and take this down. Again, those were my little Mickey ears that we made, and Cassie's were, I think, in pink. She had a fun time doing this activity as well. So there we go. Put this over here. Make room for my crafting tonight. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is my event that I have coming up. And that is, you're going to make this amazing box. It's a super sturdy, really nice box to hold all of your cards and envelopes. Isn't that fun, Debbie? It was just amazing. But you take the lid off here. I have other cards in here that I've made for inspiration. But you're going to have all the elements to make the box and to decorate. I'm going to have the cutouts for you. I can't stamp for you, but you're going to have the foil paper and all the fun things here. I also am giving you, this actually closes tonight, the registration does. You're getting a full designer pack of the Florals in Bloom and the sticker sheet to go with it to make all of the projects. Okay. And then you are going to make 5 fun fold cards, and they're amazing. You've got a diamond fold card here, if you can see that. A real fun easel card here. And then we've got this super fun card. It opens up and it has the pages inside. And then here is like a real fun clear kind of card. And then the 5th one is this really fun, I think you call it a fault line card. So that one. And then I also included an amazing full pack of I love these. I've already gone through almost an entire pack here. The new In Color Flat Pearls. You get a full pack of those. And then you're also going to be able to make this as well. So this is a home decor piece. It's huge. It sits up, or you can also hang it on the wall here. It will be an amazing gift, or if you want it for yourself as well, you'll get all the elements to go ahead and create this as well. So I hope that sounds fun, and it's all virtual. It's a Mega Stamp Camp to go, and it's 60. Where did my little paper go? I think it's $69 to go ahead and grab this whole kit. And that includes your shipping, that includes your PDF, that includes all the photos, everything. And it'll be shipped out on or by June the 7th. So Registration ends tonight. All right. Make sure I didn't miss any comments. There we go. Yep. Love those pink flowers too. It's so pretty. Thank you, everyone. So tonight we're going to be playing with this Sweet Jar Punch Bundle. It is super, super cute. It has all of these little fillers, like for St. Patrick's Day or good luck to someone, even for congratulations, right? For graduation coming up. You've got the hearts for Valentine's Day, the little candies, the jar, the candles, which are really fun. And then all kinds of other things. I'm going to show you a few ways to use that tonight. We're also going to be using the... these are brand new holographic resin dots. Love these so very much. Oh, thank you, Deb. You know what? I just started using, this is real nail polish and it stays on for about 10 to 12 days. I can give you the tips and tricks if you want what I'm doing. But it's super easy. You can't really see it on here. Let me see. If I put it on some basic white, there you can see the holographic. Isn't that gorgeous? Love these so much. So these are new in the annual catalogs. We're going to use those. And I'm also using this. You're going to get a half a pack of this for free with your card class. With a $60 order, you're going to get all the elements to make this. So you're going to get the Bokeh. This is the Bokeh paper. You're going to get a half a pack of it. I love this so much. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. You're going to get a half a pack of the Bokeh paper. It's got, you know, kind of splattered one side and then Bokeh on the other. But the colors are amazing. You can use them for spring cards. You can use them for your scrapbook page layouts. I love it. So we're going to play with that. And then I also, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there was an old kit that we had, and it had these envelopes, these gold envelopes. Oh, good, Sharon. This is perfect then. You pull it out. That's fun. These, I'm actually using these for the tops of my jars. It turned out so cute. I just like punched them out for my jar tops. So I'm going to be sending those with your kits as well because I thought it was just a really cute little element. And so we will go ahead and do that. And I have to show off. I let Cassie, my team member, borrow my bundle before we left for Disney. And she made the cutest little easel card. I said, oh, it's a gin jar. Look at that. And it says a little treat for you. It stands up. You can even put a business card behind here or just a little note. She put little hearts on it. And one of my favorite colors, Pretty Peacock, with this beautiful foil, which is available in the annual catalog. But isn't that so fun? And it just sits up like this. So I loved it. I had to show that to you. And then I have it right here on my little turntable. And then she made this too. And then she die cut a bunch of stuff, which I've used. So thank you, Cassie. It's amazing. She did, I don't know if she's subliminally like sending me luck, but she stuck this in the pack as well with some of my favorite iridescent gems. Isn't that fun? With the little shamrock. Just thought that was so cute. So thank you again, Cassie. She always leaves cute little fun gifts, and I just appreciate her so much. So she's a great team member, great friend. So all right, so here we go. I'm going to put that away. We're going to get ready here. I've got some blocks out. We're going to load up our jar there. And then I'm going to use we're going to do this one first. So this one, and then there's a background. So let me show you how it works. And Sharon, you will appreciate this since you have the bundle and wondering how to use it. So, this bundle has, let me just take a second. So you have this background here. This is kind of like the inside of I love the shamrocks too, Cassie. I do. Thank you. So this is going to be, you'll see how we're going to use this. This is going to be the background and the inside of all the jars. Everything fits on this, okay? So this will become the background. You pretty much use this for all your fillers, right? and it all kind of goes along and it matches that kind of top, you know, where it swirls. So you'll see how to do that. But that's the main thing I would say to know, is that you want to use that in pretty much all of your cards. So here's the first one that we're going to do. I just thought that was really fun. Again, that Bokeh paper is the star of the show. I love the gold behind there, and those holographic dots, they are really, really pretty. So we're going to create this card. I'm going to take it out of your view so it's not distracting. I've already got the piece cut here. I think I've got most everything cut, so we'll just score and stamp and just have a great old time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just score this in half, and then we will take our, I have Berry Burst here, which is 1/8 of an inch. We'll go ahead and put that on there, and then that should be all for this one. We will take that. I'm gonna, let's see, I do need my Bokeh paper, so let me choose that. You guys like the Calypso Coral, or should I use like fresh freesia? I don't know. I did go ahead and cut this out to kind of go with it, but either way, do you want to do the fresh freesia, or you want to use the Berry Burst? Which one? Purple, the freesia one, or the berry 2? Vote, 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 vote. Let me know what you like. And we're going to put it on the Berry Burst background, or we could even do what I did originally. I kind of like the Calypso with it. There's number 3. So fresh freesia 1, Berry Burst 2, and Calypso Coral 3. Calypso matches my fingernails. Freesia, freesia. What else? Give me a third one. What else? What else? What else? Anybody? All right. Is it going to be fresh freesia? We can do it. Okay. So we're going to cut this down, and we will make sure that it's only 1/8 of an inch smaller. So let me see. It's going to be cut down this way and this way. I love this paper, by the way. And again, I only give you guys the best. What I love, what I find are my favorites. That's so pretty, you guys. Great, great choice. You know, it really makes kind of that peach pie kind of pop out of there. Can you see that? Love that. Okay, yep, freesia, freesia, freesia. Okay, so y'all should have been creating this card with me, right? It would have went a different way. So fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that down, and don't get your fingers on it, Jen. So lay that down nice and easy, and that way. Okay, so we've got that, and then what I did is I took the Country Woods paper, and I actually cut like part of this wood here to make it like it was a wood table. I thought that was really fun. Did I pop that up? I sure did. So I'm going to actually do this one flat, so that we can just get a nice, firm, solid wood table going there. And put that down right on the edge, right side to side and right to the edge. So your piece will be already cut for you. And then what I did is I took basic black, opened the punch, and I did 2 of these here. And you know, when you use the punch, put it upside down, right? So, okay, so get that out of there. And then what I did to make it like a little platform or whatever, I took these and I glued them on the knobs, just a little dab, and then glued them together. So it makes like a little, it's like a cake stand was the idea, right? And then kind of put it down like this. And then we'll be ready for our, I'm going to glue it down. Do both. Okay. I want it to be fully on that table and ready for our jar. So let's go ahead and start stamping. This is the fun part. So let me get a piece of basic white. I have a whole bunch. I think before Stampin' Up went ahead and before they went ahead and started selling it in different quantity, I got like 20 packs. So I've got a lot of basic white. So we are going to take our Memento Black and we're going to ink it up really well. If this is your first time using it, you know, you want to take your little chamois and you want to clean it really well, right? So before you start using it, that way it takes the ink really well. Okay, so do this. We're going to stamp 2 here. There's 1. And then here's 2. Okay, and remember what I said, how we use that little background. So I'm going to stamp that first. It's this one, the solid. And I'm also going to use my Stampin' Up mat here, my piercing mat, because it makes a much better impression on my stamping. Okay, so I'm going to take some, let's do the cookies first. We're going to make cookies. So I'm going to do this, and you also want to grab some Stamp Off paper. Oh, jeepers. Is Amy walking on her walking pad and stamping at the same time? Yikes, she just texted and said she fell. Not good, Amy. All right, we're looking out for you, friend. All right. I'm going to huff it after I stamped off. I'm going to line it up here. All right, so there's the background for our cookies. Clean it so you don't goober up your next thing, right? And then I'm going to take the, can't remember if I did it straight on. I did. So I'm taking the crumb cake and then I'm going back over it, lining up the very same on top of that background. And they have this really, really cute, so ingenious. It's so amazing. Oh, jeepers. That is not good, Cass. Amy, we're sending out all the love and all the healing thoughts for you. All right, so we're going to take these dots here, and I'm going to cap up this crumb cake, and I'm going to bring in my early espresso. We're making chocolate chip cookies. It's my son's favorite cookies. And I always have cookies for him in the cookie jar. It's the one thing since he has been so little that he has loved consistently. Sorry if my head's in the camera. You gotta line it up right on top. And there we have cookies, my friends. Isn't that fun? So there's our cookie jar. Clean that off. And now we're gonna make some jelly beans. So we're gonna take, I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. I'm going to do a flirty flamingo in the solid background. And again, with backgrounds, if it's two-step stamp, you always want to stamp off. So there we go. There's that. I'm going to give it a huff. I don't know how this is going to turn out because I did it a different color on my first one. I think it's going to be perfect. Isn't that fun? So we got that. Now, there's my background again. Now, what we're going to do is take the, these little, where are they at? Here they are. The little, they were cookies, now they're going to become jelly beans. Isn't that funny? So you can do a couple of things. You can actually do them all the same color, or you can pull out your watercolor markers, which one of my favorite things that Stampin' Up! Has are alcohol markers, but these are different. So these have all been redesigned. You have a large brush end on this side. There you go. There you can see it against the white. Got the brush end, and then you've also got this real skinny end here, which is it's a really nice end, so you can write with it. They're called Stamp and Write for a reason. So now we can use these more easily to write. But on the brush end, you can actually color your stamps. So I am going to do that. I always start with my lightest and go to my darkest, and I use the side of that brush, and I just color over the ones that I want in the color I want, and that way. Now these are, again, water-based, just like our markers. I mean our ink pads rather. And this one is Summer Splash, so this is one of our ink colors from last year. Carries over to this year. And I'm going to color in the ones I want for that. Not trying to be too careful, but I'm also kind of getting over a little bit, but it's okay. There's that one. Do this one down here. Kind of keep it wet. Puff it every now and again. And then I'm going to do this Azure Afternoon, which I love. I love this color. It's a very fun kind of electric blue. Put that right there. So again, another way to use your photopolymer stamps, and you can also use your red rubber, your cling rubber this way too. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to use this Berry Burst. So it will match. Did I color that one already? I don't think I did. Here we go. Alright, so here we go. Got them all colored. We're going to go over this as we did the cookies. Let it transfer. And we're going to reinforce it. Okay. So what I mean by reinforce, we're going to take the other end of this and we're going to kind of go over these, color them in, make them more vivid that way. Oh, there's another one down here. So my background color is much darker than my other one was, so maybe that wasn't the best choice of color. It's going to be super cute though when we get it done. No doubt about it. The great thing is that you can see how they all kind of attach together. And with the water-based markers, you don't want to keep going over them like what we do in our alcohol because they will pill. So you color it and then forget it. Isn't that fun? Okay. Alright. And then lastly, this is really going to make it pop. I love this Berry Burst. What's your guys' favorite Stampin' Up! Color? I'm curious. What's your favorite? You may have a couple. I know I have a couple. There we go. Let me use this one more time over here. There we go. Isn't that fun? Okay, so there's our jelly beans. Look how fun that is. Isn't that great? Looks like yummy enough to eat, right? So we're going to take our punch and we're literally going to punch the whole thing out. You're lining up Really, I don't care about the top because I've got my gold tops that I told you guys I'm going to send you. And line this one up. Perfect. And then we're done with that. Okay, that up here. And so it goes like this. And I'm going to throw these lids away. Okay, so now we are going to bring our card base back in. And I'm going to adhere this on dimensionals. I have this cute little, look at this, fun little basket full of dimensionals. See, I think I've got this other half pack. Yeah. So I can just pull them out. I'm always losing them on a live. So that's what I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do that and not lose them. And it's literally, I'm sure you guys are like, Jen, it's right there. See it? And I can't see it because I can't hear you guys. Hi, Janet. Thanks for joining. It's great to see you. You'll have to go back and see what we got at our incentive trip. I did it in the very beginning of the live. I sure hope to see you at one of those soon. That would be so much fun. We had a blast. All right, so there we go. Got that down. And line it up. Again, 1/8 of an inch. Not really lined up that well. Let's try again. Try again. There's 1/8 of an inch, more like it. Yep, there we go. Okay, all lined up there. And then I'm going to take these dimensionals, and I want this one to be, we'll do the jelly beans up top. That one's going to go flat, and then my cookies are going to go here on the right side. Put those on the table as well. Isn't that fun? And then let me glue this down here. Because it's kind of in the background, so it's kind of lower anyway than the one on the table. Here, close up. So just gives a little bit extra dimension. And then, as I said, I have, where did my little gold tops go? I have my lids right here. I don't know where they went. Well, guess what? We're going to punch some more. Might as well get good practice because you guys are going to get these in your orders. So, here we go. There's 2. There's 4. All right. Because it's an envelope, it's punching 2 out at a time. Okay. So, here we are. Did I get more out of this one? It's just more. It's thicker. Okay, so this one's going to be glued on the back. Aren't these cute? Do you guys remember cookie jars at your grandmother's growing up? Isn't that such a fun memory? My sister and I, we would always go looking for the cookie jar at my mama's house, and she always had these amazing chocolate chip cookies that we just loved so much. They actually still make them. They're called Matt's chocolate chip cookies. They're like soft and really fresh and huge chocolate chunks. That was fun. So there we go. So we got that part, and I've got 2 more here. And so now we're going to go ahead and make our label. I got these. These are our stitched shapes. Stylish shapes, I mean. Sorry, we've had these for 100 years and I still don't get the name right. There's my little things. Look at that. Ta-da, right there they were. So now we've got 4. Okay, so we're going to take this bokeh that is in the berry burst, and we're going to take the large one here. We're going to cut that out, and then we're going to take the long skinnier one, and we're going to use the piece that we cut from the fresh freesia bokeh, and it should cut out perfectly. Okay, if not, we've got a larger piece too. We can just do that. So we're gonna stamp Miss You Bunches. see, where's Mishy Bunches? Here it is. Lay it down. And we're going to do this in the Berry Burst. Let me get my ink pad. Let's see, Berry Burst. It's a little stamp. And go right in the middle. There we go. And then we're going to die cut those out, which is super easy. I'm going to use the little mini boss here. I'm going to do this larger one first. Whoops, I got it backwards. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Also, too, on my crafting table, I got this massive monitor. I can see so much better now. Oh, it's great. So much easier to see you guys, your comments. Hi, Amy Franklin. You're not late to the party, friend. Why? I don't want you falling anymore. You're so efficient. Amy is so good, y'all. She has just been really amazing. She's doing so much good for her health. I'm so proud of her. All right. Petunia. Petunia. Cassie says Petunia. You wanted me to use Petunia? I'm sorry. I didn't see your comment. We got Berry Burst. I think it's okay. It's a little teeny tiny sentiment, right? Put this down here on the floor. So what we have here, and I also have my gold twisted thread. I think this is on back order right now, but grab it. It's amazing, amazing, amazing when it comes back in stock. Also too, I want to advertise that we are doing a virtual weekend craft along for cards and for what am I trying to say? Say it, get it out. Scrapbook pages, for scrapbooking. It's going to be, in the first Friday, Saturday, Sunday in August. So you've got lots of time to think about it. And it is all virtual. It is so much fun. 3 demonstrators, me and 2 others. We are putting together an amazing craft along package for you. You're going to get all this stuff ahead of time. And then we've got all kinds of creative challenges. Yes, it is, Amy. And I'm giving away half a pack of this with this card class for free with all $60 orders. So much fun. So that's coming up as well. Make sure you're on my email list and you can see everything that I'm doing. A lot of things are for customers and demonstrators alike. Really, you can take my classes and lift them and create classes of your own. So it's a really good value for you no matter what your reason for crafting is, right? So we have a lot of fun. We give away tons of prizes. We have a big budget that we have for this, and we're looking forward to the fun that we'll have with all of y'all. So join me, be my guest, and win some prizes, play some games, and do some fun projects. All right, so this is a little wonky. I didn't realize what I was doing. I'm just going to put it down a little further. There we go. Perfect. You would never know that was a little cray-cray in the beginning, right? Just make it what you want. And then we have to take our wonderful little gems here. Holographic. I love them. There's one. There's a small. There's a medium. And then large and extra large. Let's do 5. Why not? You can grab these and you can get all your rewards. How do you guys like your rewards? Choosing what you want instead of me sending you free gifts all the time, which is always fun, right? But you get to choose what you want now. Isn't that so pretty? So that is our first card. And here was my original. You get 2 different variations. We've got jelly beans and cookies. I kind of like this one better. So thanks for the recommendations, y'all. That is good. Yeah, Sharon, exactly. You know, you were there. You had a great time. We are looking forward to it. So mark it down. We thought it was going to be in July. It's actually going to be August, the first Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in August. So we're already prepping for it. So we're going to be ready for y'all. Bringing lots of goodies. Okay, so there's that one. Let's see what else I have in store tonight. Oh, this is a fun one. So much fun. All right, it's a little mini easel card. Ta-da! Isn't that so fun? Look at that. Isn't that great? Yes, Amy was there. Cassie was there. I had a lot of people. There was a lot of fun, right? And I love it because you guys were able to learn from all 3 of us. And that is always fantastic. All right, so here we are. This really fun. I'm dropping dies all over. This is why you put your dies away, right? So let me take a minute and do just that. Got some of my, there we go. Put it in there. All right. So here we are. This is a really, really easy card. Super fun. It features the Arched Wishes dies, or Everyday Arches, sorry. And I chose Lemon Lime and Daffodil Delight. Aren't those bright and beautiful? I love them. So let's start with our stamping first. We're going to do the exact same thing, same process. We're going to start with our Memento Black, and we are going to stamp our jar. We go this way. All right, let's go this way. There we go. Fabulous. I just re-inked that pad. It needed it so desperately. And then I'm going to grab my Granny Apple Green on Granny Apple Green paper. And we are going to, I stamped off, but you really couldn't see it. But I'm just going to do it again. And I'm going to do it with my piercing mat just to be sure that we are doing it right, right? Give it a little huff. And there we go. Okay, clean it good. And then let me get my little shamrocks. I love these 2. Cassie said this is her favorite. I love that as well. So much fun. So we're going to add the shamrocks here. And we're going to go full strength. Ink them up really well. Line it back up. Sorry, I got to get my head. Turn the light up a little bit brighter. Let's see, where did I stamp that? Right there. Ooh la la. Isn't that fun? All right. Gonna be sending some good luck to somebody. I actually need that out, but I'm going to punch this out for us. And isn't this a cute little bundle? I think the bundle is only like $45 or something. It's really inexpensive. All right, so we got that. And then we are going to take, oh, I know what I didn't cut out ahead of time. Let me show you. So I'm going to take my basic white here, my scrap that I've been using, cut that off. And I'm going to just cut that. Is that too skinny? I'm trying to make it fit in my little mini. Let's see. I didn't do this one. Yeah, it's too small. Let's see, how wide is that? Your mini is it'll only take about 3.5 inches. I'm just gonna whack that off. It's okay. It'll be a sentiment. That'll be a sentiment strip. So we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna take this basic white, and I gotta get my Everyday Arches dies. And I use them almost on every project, so they're always close at hand. So on this one, I made this out of doing 2 different So that one, yes, I think I did that. So I took this and I ran it through twice. Just thinking, well, what did you do? I will show you. I'm glad you asked. So you take your mini boss, I call it. She's my friend. She goes with me wherever I go. Team meetings, craft alongs, retreats, everything. It's so convenient. Alright, so I run that through that way. Okay. And then we're going to pause on that a minute. Put her down there. And we are going to stamp this way. So I made it with the little stamp that says, take that off for a minute. It says, sending a little blank your way. And you fill in the word, which is kind of cool, right? So I want it to go this way. Do it like this. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to get the rest of that black ink off there. I kind of give it a big smush. I think partly because it's newly re-inked. Y'all know it kind of gets goobery. Let's see here. Here's luck. So we're done with the black. All right. Bring in our granny apple. Keep it the same color. Sending a little luck your way. So pretty. And then, we're not done yet, Jen. Keep that open. Alright, so, but I am going to take this die again, and I'm going to rerun this here, and it's another way to use your die, which is kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I did that. Did I do that wrong? I think I was supposed to. How did I do that? We're just going to whack it. We're just going to cut it. So I wanted it to have the lines on the edge. I guess I could go the next size up and show you what I did. So I just took it like this. That's what I did. I just took it like that to give it the finished edge. Took the next size up on the everyday arches and then ran it through so it wouldn't cut out my cute little sentiment. It just cut that off instead. Does that make sense? Let me show you. So it gives you that finished edge there. Again, if you have the dies, do it. Otherwise, just take what I give you, and then you can just cut it off. It's just as cute. But anyway, just thought that would be a fun thing. So now we're going to take. We've got this white, and we've got the Daffodil Delight, right? And we're going to kind of level that up a little bit. But before we do, we're going to take the little shamrock here. There's a single shamrock in this cute little bundle. And that's what we're going to use. Put these back inside. Don't want to lose those. You know how they get stuck to things and you're like, where's my stamp? I can't find it. So I'm going to lay this out. Lay it out before you stick it down. Kind of want it to look like that. I'm going to do them kind of falling in, coming in from the side. I even want them kind of like coming in like this. So I'm going to stamp 3 of them like that as well. Clean my ink up. Okay. Do you guys like that? And then I'm going to pop him up too. So do 3 little dimensionals. And now I'm officially, nope, I'm not either. I've still got more to do. Alright, so I'm going to put this down here. I'm always afraid I'm going to stick my big hand in it, you know, it's just classic me. And then I have some of these somewhere. These little strips, the foam adhesive strips that we have, which are amazing. Just take them off and snip them. Where's my scissors? Here they are. And it's just easier for like the longer, skinnier things, right? So it's basically a dimensional, but it is the strip. Okay, so we got that. Now I'm going to add that to my cute little jar. You guys like these cute little cards? I felt like I was on a struggle bus at first. I was like, oh boy, this is not going to go well, but they turned out really cute, I thought. And since I've got more than one, I want it to be a little bit thicker, so I'm just going to add that to it. Kind of makes it look a little bit more finished. So fun. All right. So there we go. Now we are going to take our, I'm going to get that out of the way because I will do that. I know I will. We're going to take our gold twisted thread again. You'll just need to provide your own thread. Or you can use linen thread. You can use some of that open weave trim. Just whatever you got. I like the bling, so I tend to use a lot of this stuff. And to get it to unwind, just take your fingernail and just go over it like that and just kind of wrap it around, right? No rhyme or reason. It's just super fun, super easy. Lay it out so that it goes out on both sides. You may want to get it a little bit to do it better than that. So we're going to do it wide, open my fingers wide and hold it like that. And then I can always tuck that in. I like it really kind of loopy. And let me get my stuff here. Put back so it all doesn't come crashing down. Here's my tear tape. I use this as like a little crafter's cheat, right? To hold it down here. So fun. And then you'll never know it on this side because look how cute that looks, right? So I've got this. Let me see. I want this to kind of be over on this side. Make it what you want. And then I'm going to dimensional it. And pop that baby up. Yeah, I want to pop it up between here. Okay. So let's do this and layer that in the middle. There we go. Fun, fun. Liking it. Looks so fun. Thank you, Sharon. And then we have to stamp these little guys. So I have to get my card base. I am going to cap it for a minute. We have to get this going. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our yellow, our Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to cut it down to a typical card base, 4 by 5 1/4, right? And then I've got my standard card base here, and I'm going to score it in the middle. Yep. And then I'm going to take it here, and I'm going to do 2 1/8 and cut up to that score line. Sorry, my head's in the way probably. And then I'm going to turn it this way on the opposite, which you probably cannot. I'm going to make it so you can. 2 1/8 on this side. You start from the, that's not right. I screwed that up, y'all. So let's see here. This is only supposed to be 1 1/2. So let's start over. Trash that. Start over. Lemon lime. Lemon lime twist. Here we go. So we're going to score it in the middle. Again, we had that part right. Oops, shit, that was a, oops, sorry. That was a cut. Oh my goodness. Let's try again. Third time's a charm, right? This is 4 1/4. And then we're going to take it at, what did I say, 1 1/2? Let's do this. 1 1/2. Okay. So we're going to do 1 1/2 at the top. Line that up. This is my front. You do want to cut that all the way down to the score mark. And then you flip it over and do the bottom of your paper trimmer at 1 1/2. Again, start at the score line, push it down, and then pull down. Okay? Whew, hallelujah. Finally got that right. Alright, so got that. Got my little designer paper here. And my designer paper is going to be, I'm only going to do it 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to do that. And I did that too skinny. I am just not on my game. This is like, you can see that I am like totally in Disney World land. Okay, so there we go. Maybe a little, let's see how that looks. Fine, fine, fine. So put that in there. So I did 1/8 of an inch border. So let me just glue those down. Here's 1, here's 2, right? And get them lined up there. Fine, fine. And this side. Perfect. Okay. Coming back from the screw ups, right? We all mess up, even the demonstrators. So we're going to then glue a full sheet of basic white on the inside, 1/4 of an inch, it's fine. And then we need to make one more score. And the score is only going to be on this piece here, so it's going to be, that's where my 2 1/8 goes. So 2 1/8 goes right only in the center portion here to make an easel. And voila, there we go. You see how that went together? All right. Now what we're going to do is we are going to glue down, let's get that out of the way, these 2 flaps. Just literally glue them down, just like that. Really easy, right? Hi, Ro, how are you? Okay, so we're going to do that. We're making a shamrock card. Get our granny apple green out, and I'm going to tuck that under so that I can keep it all contained where I want it. I'm just randomly stamping this. Right, let me turn it a little bit. Get a little bit of a different angle there. It's kind of coming off the page, so fun, right? One's going to be upside down. Cool. Now we're done with the green apple green. I can put this away. And then we're going to take our cute little, isn't that so fun? I gotta bling it up before we put it on there though. I love these iridescent, oops, where did he go? Oh, he fell off over here. Come here now. These, what are these called again? Holographic resin dots. I love them. So I'm going to put these down. That was the big one. Here's the little bit larger, or a little bit smaller rather. And then here's one Just don't want to stick to my little putty. And here's some smaller ones. I'm going to do an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where's my 7th? Right there he goes. So cute. I love it. All right, so there's that. And then we are going to adhere this on, and it fits perfectly on this little panel here. So I know not to go all the way to the sides on the edges or the bottom. So I'm just going to literally lay it down and then lay it in only that panel. I'm not worried about the top. I'm not centering it on the top. Okay. Give it a minute to glue down. And then I'm going to take my, these are a little bit, these dimensionals came from a kit. So they're a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to double dimensional it. Okay. That way it sticks up really well. And then I'm just going to push that back to where I want it to, kind of right in the middle. So fun! Isn't that awesome? Do you guys like that? We have a cute little card number 2. All right, I'm on a roll. Let's go. Here's my first one that I did. And here's the second one. It's almost exactly identical. So fun, right? Okay. That's a little mini easel pop-up card. Okay, that's number 2. And then number 3 is a fun shaker card. So fun. You guys like that? So, let me show you how to make it. It does use some of that berry burst and some of this really fun. I love these shaker pieces. They are from the Butterflies. It's called Itty Bitty Bokeh, B-O-K-E-H mix. And they are in the berry burst and balmy blue. Have some real pretty iridescence in there. These are really inexpensive. They're in the online store, so you can find them in my shop. And then it matches really well with this too. Although I didn't use those on this card. Okay, I'm going to show you a fun little tip as well, so stick around. So here's what we're going to do. Well, I just dropped my little strips, so let me get some more out. Hang on a minute, there with my glue dots. So life is just happening real time. It's the way it always happens, right? It's all good. So we are going to take a new strip, package strip of those. We have our fresh freesia here, which is our card base. We have basic white, then we have our bokeh paper. Okay, so we can go ahead and adhere this part together. We'll start assembling and we will do our shaker card. It's really, really easy to do shaker cards these days. Okay. 1/8 of an inch on that. I love the bokeh. Isn't that just so perfect? I love that paper. All right, and so then we are going to use our bone folder and we're going to glue this down flat. You can see that freesia really well, which I love because it's in the bokeh mix. We want to make sure you can see all the pretty, pretty colors. All right, so there's this. And then we are going to start working on this component here. So let me do this first. So I glued this part down. Do I want to do that? Let me pause on that. I'm going to bring in this paper and I'm going to take a piece of scrap, my little stamp off paper, right? And I'm going to take my Berry Burst, my dark Berry Burst marker. Now you may see some demonstrators flick this thing. Don't do that. It ruins your marker. You're so funny, Amy. You can actually just take it like this, or that is the easiest way to get this on your paper. Get it as much as you want. So fabulous. Look at that. Ta-da! Isn't that great? And you didn't ruin your marker. So that is a tip that I wanted to share with you. let it dry. I'm going to glue it down actually to the front of this balmy blue, which is going to be the front piece that holds our really pretty shaker card, okay, shaker element. And it usually soaks right into the paper pretty quickly, but just so you know, it could smudge a little bit. So we're going to do that and then set that off to the side. Now I'm going to take my white that I had for this, and we're going to take our jar. We're going to stamp our jar in Memento Black. Okay, just like that. And then what we're going to do, let's get that out of the way. We're going to take our dies here. These again are the Stylish Shapes dies. I'm going to take the next smallest circle, one up from the smallest, and I'm going to run that through my mini boss. And she's on the floor, so let's run her through here. Okay. And line it up. It's really perfect for this little jar. I tried it. Cassie tried it other ways too. Now, Cassie, I won't tell on you what happened, but don't put your window sheets in the punch. Do not put your window sheets in the punch. That's all I'll say. So this was my workaround. Because when I bought this bundle, I thought, ooh, what cutest little shaker cards that would make. Yes, until that happens and you're like, ooh. So I ended up getting it worked out. It was fine. But just don't go through that. Okay, so here's what I need. Tip for the punch is that you always have to have this on a flat edge. So I'm cutting that off so that I can have it fit into my punch much, much easier here. You know what we could do? Let's color it. Oh, I didn't even think of that. We're going to take our light. That's fun. So I'm using the brush side, the side of it, before we actually punch it out. And just color it in. We can accent at the end. Getting stuff all over my table. And just another way to elevate it. Mine was white. I'm being very careful not to get it on my table. I should use the stamp off paper, but I didn't. It's okay. Now I'm going to go back in with the darker and kind of make it have some more dimension. I love these markers. You guys, invest in these because they are amazing. I'm going to go around the edges too. Really makes it pop. You're just tracing over where the designer actually drew the line. So, super fun. Okay. All right. There we go on that one. Now we're ready for the punch. Okay. Line it up in there wherever you want it. Okay. We don't need the lid. We're going to use that gold lid that I've got over here from those envelopes that I showed you. Okay, so here is my window sheet. I know you can't see it. It's clear. There you see it. I tried to cut it to where it would be small enough, but because of the shape of this, you're going to have to do a little trimming. I always use liquid glue when I am adhering my window sheet to my paper. It is just the way I do it. I've never, ever, ever had a problem. I had another window sheet too. I never had a problem with it, can't see it, with it coming loose, okay, which is super, super important. So I'm going to line it up at the top. And then I'm going to seal it all the way around on that. And give it a minute. Okay, so you can see where it's down now. I'm going to take my paper snips and just cut along the edge. Very simple. And all I have is the bottom piece and the little piece going up to the top. That little like curve. If you have this bundle already, you know it's a little curve. It's very easy. Okay, so that's all you got to do. And then you've got your little shaker element ready to go. Okay, so what we're going to do is then bring back this little piece. We're going to determine where we want our jar to go. And I took my little hearts. There's some hearts in here. And you can stamp those. So they've got a full jar of hearts. I don't want the full jar. I want the little 3 bits because I want to make sure that you guys can see the hearts in there and all the bling, right? Bling is my thing. Like, we're gonna do the bling. Let's actually do it in the blue since we already colored the jar this time. And I'm going to do Azure Afternoon because, again, that's a coordinating color with the bokeh. And there we go. So you'll be able to see that through like that. Okay. And so I'm going to place this first with some of this strip dimensional. Okay, so I'm going to add it here, right around the edge. And it's most important to get it right on the edge of the bottom. And I use a single piece of this strip all the way around the bottom. So from the bottom up to the sides, you want to make sure that it's one piece, because if it ever comes open, then all your bling falls out. That would be horrible. So, keeping it together, of course I've got a full-on strip. I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than I need. Show you why. And then what I'm going to do is literally, I think I got it a little too long there. Let's see, a little too long than what I need. But you want it long enough. Let me take off the contact paper. You want to go ahead and kind of stick that in there so it's really nice and tight, and then stick it down. Can you guys see that? So I kind of squish that in there a little bit. That's what you want, so that it stays nice and tight. Okay? And then we're going to be ready to lay it down. However, we need to add our pretty bling. And where are we going to put it? Right on top of those cute little hearts. That's why we stamped that first. So we know exactly where to place our real pretty. It's what not to do with a punch. You crack me up, Cassie. It's all good. It's all good. We all are in this together. Okay, so I got this here. Now you can see I got kind of a little bit. I got a lot, actually. And my jar kind of goes up a little bit, so I'm going to kind of make it to where it's kind of going up, because I don't want it to get stuck too thick, right? I want it to lay down flat for when I lay this over top. It's just going to cover it. So it looks like it might be a little, there we go, right in the middle. And you have a cute little shaker, and you can see your little hearts coming out of the top there. Fun, right? We're not done. We are not done, friends. So I have this really awesome, let's see here. I have this really wide, it's not Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up didn't sell it. But It's a really wide tear tape. Let's see, it needs to be about that long. I'm going to cut it to length that I need, maybe a little longer. And then I'm going to cut this. I have some titanium scissors. All right, and I'm just going to cut strips, even strip here. And the titanium makes it so it doesn't stick to the tear tape. All right, so I'm going to make this so it's kind of pouring in at an angle. Now I really went super long on this. That is okay. Let me try and get this off. Give me a second. I know I'm not in camera, sorry. I'm just trying to, there we go. Ta-da. All right, so I got that off. And literally you can cut it off or you can just wrap it back on. I'm just gonna pull it back on itself, okay? So I got that, and I'm gonna do, whoops, I'm gonna do a second strip, if I didn't ruin it. I'm gonna make a nice thick line here. Got it going under the jar. And you know, to go ahead and release that contact paper, you always want to take your fingernail or your bone folder. And it usually will release really easily. Just give it that pressure. Where's my take your pick tool? I've got it shoved underneath this here. There we go. Okay, so I've got a double strip of this. You can also use your tear tape, but you would just put a lot more strips on it. And I wanted the whiter. Okay, so there we go. We don't need those anymore. Now here's the fun part. So we are going to pour some bling all over the sticky strip. Right? And it will stick beautifully. We are just pouring on some love here. Do you guys love the bling? Is bling your thing? It definitely is mine. I love the fancy and the glitter. I'm just kind of sticking it down, pushing it in, right? No matter what you're using, push it in to stick down. I kind of want to get some underneath there too. That's why I stuck it underneath, so I could, it looks kind of seamless, right? It's going into the jar. Fun, right? All right, now here, tap it off. Any pieces that aren't really stuck on really well, they will come off. And there we go. So, and then what I did is I kind of did like they're falling into the jar. Kind of falling around. If I can see all those dots, I'll add them. So there's got little gems, like little light pink gems. It's got little blue, fun little blue, flat, sparkly things. I don't know what they're called. They're pretty. There's a real fun iridescent. Oops, I didn't get stuck down there. That one. And I'm just kind of, again, making it like when you're pouring in, right? You've got a lot of stuff falling on the edges. That one. This one stuck to my finger. Not nice. Come on now. Help a girl out. And so you just do however many you want. That one has glue on top. And then I'm going to do another one on top of here. Is that a whole ball? It is. It didn't get cut. I can't use a whole ball. Some of these pink ones are like, they're round balls, but then they're cut in half. You got large ones and small ones. There's a smaller one. Okay. All right, there we go. Looks like I need, oh shoot, come on. I got my fingers all gooped up when I did that, so that is not a good idea. That's why haters hate glue. Okay. Looks like I got all, oops, I got 2 more down here. There's 1. Isn't this a cute card? Give me some love and hugs. Show me how to, show me that you love the card. So fun, right? So it's very, whoa, that is blingy. Okay, so we've got that. And then I'm going to take the lid that I had. There's another little dot there. Take the lid that I made with the glue, the gold. So I'm just going to glue them together. I had 2 more, so might as well use them all up. Love that. And I probably should use my little strip thing here, right? Might as well. And line that up. I think I got that a little too long, so I can cut that off. Perfect. And that's going to give it some dimension. There we go. There's our lids coming open. And then lastly, what we're going to do is take that little circle that we did, and we're going to bring our stamp set back. And that little cute saying that says sending, what's it say? Sending a little blank your way. Get that on straight. And we're going to do party. This is like a little party. Okay. So let me get the, I use Azure Afternoon again on this one. Sending a little blank your way. And then I'm going to use my Berry Burst. These colors are color buddies, meaning they're right next to each other in the listing of the colors from top to bottom. If you look in the annual catalog, you'll see that. So they always complement each other. So that's fun. And then I'm going to take my dimensionals that I'm almost done with here. I'm going to use 2 of those. You can see my fingers are so sticky. There we go. And bring our little card base back over here. See where I want this to go. Sending a little party your way. Fun, right? Let's pop that guy up on dimensionals, and then I think we've got a really cute card. What do y'all think? Yay! You're on live, Amy Warner, Amy I. You're on live, my friend. See the live button on the corner? You are in the real flesh here. Alright, so doing this. Oop, one of my dots fell off. Popping it up here. Alright, friends, this is the finished card. Look at the gold. I love the gold the best. What do y'all think? Isn't that so fun? Woohoo! I love it. All right, remember, you can get this card class for free with a $60 order. I'm going to send all the elements with a half a pack of the Bokeh paper to you. Can you see that? Sending a little luck your way. Isn't that so fun? You're going to get the little gold punch outs already. And here is the second card that we did. I'm going to try and send you guys some of that little Bokeh let's see, which one? Is that all? We just did 3. Yeah, that's right. We did 3. They were a little more involved. So you can see I've been going an hour and 40 minutes. Woo! It's a long time for me. So here you go. 3 fun cards. Smishy bunches with the kikis and the jelly beans. And you've got the fun sending a little luck your way mini easel card. Isn't that fun? And then you've got this little party in a jar coming to you. This is like a birthday cardie. Number 1's Cassie's favorite. Okay. Vote. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Which one do you love the most? Which one's it gonna be? Which one? Which one? So, I cannot wait to, again, share with you all. Thanks, Sharon. I'm so glad you caught me live, too. It's great to see you. Remember, we've got some things coming up. Tonight at midnight ends my virtual mega stamp camp, which is the Florals in Bloom, home decor, 5 fun folds, and the really amazing box to go ahead and hold everything in. You can gift that. You can reuse it in your own craft room. It's really sturdy, really nice. That ends tonight at midnight. $69, $64. It's the link is below. And then you also have the scrapbooking virtual event. Stampin' Up is hosting us. It's going to be in July. However, the sales for the product, it's all pre-cut items. It goes on sale May 28th in my online store. You can get in there as early as, I think it's 2 a.m. Eastern time. So don't miss it. I can't wait for that. Everything's pre-cut, ready to go. And that's going to be an amazing virtual event. And then coming the first week in August, we have our virtual scrapbooking and crafting event with 2 other demonstrators. Ro Massaro and Lisa Bauer are going to be joining me. We're going to do it as a trio. We had so much fun in last month, and it was this month in May for Mother's Day. So can't wait to bring you some more classes. And watch my email list. It's coming for more things for you. Fun for all. So thanks for joining me live. Get your class and order this week before next Sunday. And we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.